Hello, hello, hello. This is Tequila speaking. Welcome back to my series, Losing Control. And today we're talking about narcissistic behaviors. I want to take some time to be sensitive to the subject and to make some specific distinguishments throughout this series. So please, please, please watch this video to the end. Um, and I also want to let it be known that this is not a video for people to diagnose other loved ones and other persons with narcissistic personality disorder. And I am going to make a distinguishment in this video to know the difference. But if you do feel like someone needs help, you can connect them with resources, a mental health professional. In general, narcissism is a characteristic or trait that most people possess, and it doesn't make them narcissistic because they have a level of self-centeredness or arrogance. And so narcissism itself is a self-centered personality type in which a person is preoccupied with one's own self, their own needs, and sometimes it's at the expense of others. So a person who has narcissistic traits may have one or a few of these characteristics: lack empathy for others, have delusions of grandeur or is grandiose, manipulate others as a means of control, doesn't take criticism well, and never genuinely apologize or take responsibility for their actions. They also may lie to themselves and others to support their delusions. They may rationalize their words and actions, no matter how inappropriate, false, rude, or cruel they are. They may punish others who cross them or deprive them of what they believe they deserve. They may also scapegoat those people and idealize certain people within their sphere to control, and they may divide and conquer within families. Another behavior that is consistent with narcissists and narcissistic traits is gaslighting. And that's when someone psychologically manipulates another person into doubting their own perspective, point of view, and opinion, as well as doubting their own reality by convincing them what they think or feel didn't happen and it's not real. So when it comes to those narcissistic traits, that does make that person who exhibit those behaviors narcissistic, but it doesn't mean that they have narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of people end up flocking to a person like that because of their outward behaviors that they present first. They're usually very charming, likable. They are easy to get along with at first because everyone is seeing these positive characteristics around them. They are able to walk into a room and demand attention without demanding attention, or sometimes demanding attention. And sometimes some of the stuff that they say to people at first can be comical, can be endearing, and it can be almost admired by other people because it doesn't seem cruel, mean, or rude at first. And then over time, the more and more someone hangs out with this person, they start to see the negative traits come out more and more. So, because of this person doesn't see the need to change because how they act and respond to people has been working for them, and people have been tolerating the behavior. And very rarely do people hold people who are narcissistic accountable, because most of the time when you attempt to hold them accountable, they flip it back on you somehow. But because of that, they don't see a need to change. What gets a person to the point where those behaviors are no longer acceptable and they absolutely need to get help? Okay, so here we go. Narcissistic personality disorder is a pervasive pattern of behavior that causes dysfunction in different areas of life, such as relationships, work, school, or financial matters. So now their actions have caused consequences in these different areas of their life. And it's to the point where now this person is aware that the way they've been going about relating to people in attempts to feel a void, which is at the root of narcissism, is insecurities and low self-esteem, is no longer working for them and is causing problems in their life. Okay, so now that we got the definitions and the difference between narcissism, narcissistic traits, and narcissistic personality disorder out of the way, we're going to come back for a part two to where we talk about how this behavior affects relationships and how those behaviors are used to control within the relationship. So, comment below any questions or thoughts you may have on the subject. Please like and follow for part two.